Beginning. You are starting. Half kneeling, so 1 foot here. One leg is going to go out to the side like this. This guy's going to stay stacked, right? So shoulder over to start. Then you're going to reach up, and you're going to reach over to this side. Then you're going to come back. So reach towards the outstretched leg. Yeah, we're going to do it all together with a tempo. We're going to inhale to get tall. So hold here for a moment. Ready? Inhale to get tall. Exhale, move. Inhale to reach again. Exhale to come back. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, move. Inhale, reach taller or reach further. Exhale, come back. 2 more like that. Inhale. Reach. Inhale. Come back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Hey, my friend. Are you here for a free one-on-one? Cool. Come all the way around through the gym and the front desk. They'll help you out. You ready? Get set up. Reach. As you're reaching here, bring this hip, whatever's kneeling, forward and keep it forward. So can you keep that glute engaged? Okay, I told you to breathe. You can still breathe. Okay, ready? So ready. Inhale. Reach. Or exhale and move. Inhale to stay and reach further. Exhale to come back. On your own breath, do 4 more. Your own breath dictates how you're going to move. You're going to take 5 total reps. Yeah, you're going to want that. Thank you. Every inhale, you are pausing and staying in position. Exhales, you move to the new position. Chris, come on down here. Keep this forward. Now reach. Just like this. There. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead. There you go. Good. Then we're going to go Copenhagen side plank. So this is just like a side plank, but we're upping the ante a little bit. I'm moving up here so I can demo. Man, week 1, everyone was on time because it's a 7:15 class, but week 5, everyone's like, oh, 7:15. Pretend like this class is 7 o'clock, Sammy. Okay, it's just like a side plank, but you're going to lift up your inside leg. So, side plank, here is what we're going to hold, okay? This hip is not back. This hip is open, just like it was on the other drill. You ready? Get ready to side plank. The top leg goes into the floor. The bottom knee comes up. So I'm just on one leg and one knee. You ready? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Up, hold. There you go. Try to bring this hip forward or hips forward. Holding. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hip forward. 4. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Other side. Yeah, I had it written as 20 seconds, and then I was like, 20 might be too much. We'll go 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to count 10 seconds slowly. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Other side. Up. Holding. 12, 11. Can you make that straight? Yes. Can you give me this forward? 8, 7, 6. Hip open. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. You guys feel where you want to compensate, right? You can feel how your hip wants to come back. You can let your bottom leg be on the floor a little bit. So if you want to regress this movement, you could go like this, leave the bottom knee down, and just try to push the top leg. That makes sense? But the hip is open, not back. Cool? Let's go to a straight leg hip car from quadruped. So come down to a quadruped position. You're going to extend your leg behind you. And you're going to keep your belly tight. So your glute, your hammy, and your belly are all on. You shouldn't feel a ton in the low back. Then from this position, you're going to slowly work out to the side. The toe is going to start to turn up to the ceiling. You're going to hold this position. And now you're going to slowly work your way back. The toe's going to face or going to point to the wall behind you. And then again, you're going to slowly work back. Toe turns up to the ceiling, external rotation, and back to working behind you. Keep working for another 20 seconds like that. As you work in the back, you should feel your glute turning on. As you work to the outside, as the toe turns up to the ceiling, you should feel more the outside of your hip. Note whether you guys are able to keep your elbows locked out and your bellies tight instead of leaning to the side to get more room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Good, guys. Nice control. Think about sucking your belly button up. Ready? We're going 30 seconds. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Watch your elbow. Don't bend it. Yes, good. Got to leave the hips level. So if I had a yoga block on your back, would it roll off? Or could you keep it stable? There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. If that's all you can get to, that's fine. Come back. There you go. Try not to rotate the hip side to side. Good. As you work your way out, turn your toe up. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. We're coming back to the first exercise we did. That's the half kneeling side guys. What did I call these? Half kneeling side bend. Yeah, the side guy. Okay, you ready? Okay, come to this position. Doesn't matter which leg you put out. Just put one leg out. Hips stay stacked over. Hands go up. Try to keep these together-ish instead of here. Okay, take a big breath in. Reach taller. Exhale, move. Inhale to reach again. Exhale to move. Complete 4 more on your own. Think about the ribs staying stacked. I'm not overdoing that low back. Both hips are pushing forward, especially the one of the outstretched leg. Think about that. Come back. You're fine. Just think about turning that forward. Yeah, now go. Okay. There you go. Good. Try to keep these together. Come up to more upright. There. Now go ahead. Reach from here. There. Yes, sir. Good. Inhale, reach further. Exhale to come back. Good. Very good. You can get ready to side plank. Again, that modification. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Keep you on your toes. Good job, Michael and Claire. Okay, other side. You know how to work the drill. Go ahead. You work it. You inhale to get tall. You exhale to move. You inhale to get long. You exhale to move. Imagine that you're turning your chest forward, right? I'm trying to show chest to the front instead of showing it to the side or to the floor. It's like the side triangle in yoga, yes. Come back. Take this forward. Yeah, keep it like this. You can move this forward. Yeah, go ahead. Now go. Here, go ahead. There you go. Don't let this come back as you go forward. Doesn't matter how far you go. Good. Just pull this down a little bit. Good. Now you know what's coming next. Side plank. And the variation I'm talking about, right? If we're here, this maybe was a little too challenging to keep the hips forward and stacked. Put this knee gently down, but try to drive through this leg. You ready? We'll go 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, work. Bottom knee can come up or it can be gently touching the ground, but you're pushing down with the top leg, trying to feel top adductor working. Open your hip. Put your bottom knee down. Yep, open. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Other side. Woo! Hi, Chris. 3, 2, 1. Up. Good. Everybody, just put your bottom knee down for a second and just feel the top leg pushing down. Okay, now if you want, you can lift your bottom leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on out. Come back to quadruped. Did we do both sides? Claire and Michael? Okay, great. Okay, quadruped straight leg hip car. This is the one where you're starting with your foot behind you. Make your leg straight, point your toe. Yep, bellies are tight. Okay, and now slowly work to the outside. As you work to the outside, you're turning your toe to the ceiling. You should feel the outside of your hip. And then slowly work your way back. This is just a way for you to become aware and try to turn this stuff on. Try not to turn your hip. Can you keep it closed? There you go. Now go. It's okay if you can't go as far. Good. Nice. Try to keep this down. There you go. If you kick not, you get bonus points. Keep this down. 10 seconds. What? It's possible it's less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You breathing over there, Bassam? Okay. All right. Just checking. The defibrillator's all the way in the other room, so I just want to be sure. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds on this side. Play around with the toe pointed versus the foot flexed. It's up to you. See what turns on when you do each one. Try not to rotate your hip, so like don't turn your torso to be open. Try to keep the hips stacked, and just be honest about how far you can bring it. It's okay if it's not very far. Also taking note of our belly. Am I arched in the low back, or can I keep some core tension? 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Okay, you guys are going to do a pancake stretch next. For the pancake stretch, Bassam, you're going to demo. You're the everyman. You're going to sit on this, so we're going to give you some elevation. You're going to take a seat. You know pancake stretch? No. Sit on both of these. It's like a straddle, so sit down, feet wide. Yep. Yep. And then you're going to fold forward. Okay? You're just going to start there. See how far you can bring your feet apart? We're going to be here for 4 minutes. If you need it, I will bring you this. This is going to go on your back, okay? Yeah, really. Yeah, this can go on your back. Sure. Okay, right now you should be reaching. Your legs should be straight. If you can't get the stretch, or you can't feel a sensation of stretch, then your hips need to be elevated. Sergio, hips should be elevated. What are you sitting on? 2 mats? I'm stealing yours, yeah. 6 more? Yeah.
Sitting on a bench.
That's sincere. That is sincerely a thing. Like, we do sometimes sit on the bench. You're going to need elevation. Sit on your yoga block. And then go wider with the feet. You could put that on your back.
That's a stretch.
There you go. Good. You feel stretch? Yeah. Okay. I want you guys to experiment with a couple things. What happens if I reach my hands forward? I squeeze my hip flexors. So think about flexing your quad to pull yourself deeper into stretch. We're going to do that all together. We're going to hold a reaching and a squeezing for 5 seconds. You ready? So you are actively reaching without the help of a weight if you have one. Ready? Reach. 5. Squeeze your hip flexors more. 4, 3, 2, and then stay right where you are. Take a breath. Try to hold that position. Inhale, exhale. You can use the weight. I want you to use this. So hold on to this now that we're in a passive stretch. Can you go wider? There you go. Good. Now, if you have a weight, you can grab onto it. If you need a weight, I'm bringing it to you. You want one? You're just going to use it as a counterbalance? Okay, throughout these 4 minutes, which we are 2 minutes in, you're going to do a couple more of those, but they're going to be on your own. And by those, I mean the reach and the squeeze. So you'll notice probably, you can use this if you want, you'll notice that as you reached and squeezed, you were able to get a little farther. When you relax, you're hopefully able to hold that new position. Once you're in a new position and you feel stretch, don't worry so much about what it looks like or where you are. I just want you to take big breaths in and out. Imagine that you're like melting into the stretch. Take this for a little bit of counterbalance. There you go. Good, guys. Okay, let's all try to do one more 5-second contraction. Reaching and squeezing. Ready? Reach and squeeze for 5. Hip flexors are on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try to sink deeper into the stretch. Good, my friend. I'm just going to give you a little pressure, if that's okay? Yeah. Okay. Just breathe. Breathing. Still breathing. Still breathing. Breathing. There you go. One more reach. Squeeze and reach for 5. Reach further for 4. 3. Point your toes. Squeeze your quads. 2. 1. Relax. You guys can come on up. Good job. Okay. Very good. Where are we going next? Oh, yeah. You're going to use your bench. We're going to do a little elevated pigeon stretch. Okay, we're going to set up your bench. I'm going to steal yours for a second. You're going to set up with the foot off the edge of the bench. This is what I like personally. I feel like my foot gets in the way sometimes. You're going to set up like this, and then we're going to talk about the details from there. Okay? Can you grab 2 benches, Chris? Thank you. Pick a side you want to start in. Doesn't matter what side it is to me. You're just going to settle into stretch to start. The back leg can be totally bent. It can be straight. It can take a lot of weight. It could take a little bit of weight. Whatever works for you guys. Okay, what I want you to dig into right now or figure out right now is what happens if I arch my back. What happens if I roll my pelvis forward, right? I should probably feel, or I will probably feel more stretch. You feel more stretch that way? In other words, you guys know how to tuck your tail, right? The opposite of tucking your tail. So what happens if I try to like show off my butt to the person behind me? That should produce more stretch or more pull on the system, okay? As opposed to if I relax in like this. What you guys are going to do is start in this upright position, and then you're going to imagine pulling yourself forward into the bottom position using the inside of this hip. So it'll look like this. If you guys want to like turn around or take a break or whatever. Most of you are facing me, except you two. Rebels. Rebels. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pull ourselves in. So I'm pulling with this muscle, and I'm trying to keep this arched. It's probably not going to stay totally arched the whole time, but I'm trying to pull for 2, 1. Then I'm going to hold the end range for 2, 1. I'm going to push away 2, 1, and then I'm going to hold the top for 2, 1. The holding of the top, I'm still pushing down. It's almost like my foot is heavier than my knee, and if it's like I can't produce the tension there, then let go of the pressure in your back foot and you'll feel it. If you were just supporting yourself with this, you're going to feel the outside of the hip. Cool? We ready? Let's do it. So start tall. My adductor just cramped, just FYI. Like, you want to cramp a little bit, but you don't want to go to, now I can't do the exercise zone, okay? All right. In this position, you should already feel stretch. Now, keep your back arched. Try to pull yourself in for 2, 1,000, 1, 1,000. Hold that deep in position for 2, 1. Push away for 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Right now, let's just take another 60 seconds to passively stretch. Okay, let's open the position now, and then later we'll do this exercise. Cool? Okay, you're gonna take 60 seconds, get as deep in your pigeon stretch as you can, and then we'll switch sides. And then later we're gonna do the whole shebang. The 2, 2, 2, 2. But for now, try to feel the stretch as deeply as you can and practice getting into different areas by arching your back or by shifting where you put your weight. In all honesty, I skipped ahead. This was supposed to be passive. We're going to do this exercise later, so now you know what it is. Okay, come on out. Switch sides. We'll go 2 minutes on this side now, just passive stretch. No, I skipped ahead, I swear. Okay, other side. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Whenever you're ready, I got a 2-minute clock on right now. Find the stretch on the outside of your hip. See if you already make me proud. I'm happy you guys are all here. Take some deep inhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, or exhale through the mouth. Try to make your exhale longer than your inhale. You can support yourself with your hands. Like, you guys should be able to figure out, like, how do I make this stretch really intense versus how do I make this an easy day? Find somewhere in between that you can maintain, you can breathe. You can also, you might notice, like, if you make the angle of your knee and your calf more like 90 degrees, if you open the angle, you might feel different stuff, or you might feel probably more stretch than if you close the angle. You'll probably feel slightly less stretch. If it's intense on the knee, having the foot hang off the edge is helpful for that. You got another minute here. All good, my friends. You're doing great. Once you're in the stretch, try not to move. Just inhale, exhale. Three, 2, 1. That's 2 minutes each side. Last stretch I have for you. We're going to come over to the rig. You guys are going to do a little lateral line stretch on the rig. So if you're standing, why don't we all stand in one line so you can just like copy me, or I'll go to the front so you can copy me. But basically, you're going to go like this. You're going to cross the outside leg over, and we're going to find a stretch along this line. Okay? Go ahead and find that one for me. Into what? Into what? Good. Now the same way that you guys did your stretches, like we tried to show our chest to the front, the same thing in this stretch. You're trying to show your chest to the front, make your top arm long. Really nice. Also, like, amazing photo op that I just can't ignore because you guys look so beautiful in a nice row here. You're going to be here for 90 seconds. You're already a minute in, so you're good. Rich, take your right foot, cross it here. Yep. Now you can push your hip to the side. Yes, as you breathe. You guys can think about taking breaths into the side. So like, can I make these ribs more spaced? Cross this behind you. Yep, open there. There you go. Oh! 2, 1, rest, switch sides. Good. You guys have a door in your house? Then you could do this. And you could do this stretch. Then you could do this stretch. You live in a teepee, I know. Okay. Okay, other side. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 90 seconds. I come to the gym for the door. Come away a little bit. Here, there. Yes, yes, sir. Good. You can kind of lean, almost like this is gonna bear some weight. Yes, that's more it. Good, 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 good. My favorite person to adjust is definitely Bassem. Maybe Chris also. They're both really emotive when I come to move them. Good. Try to turn your chest to the front. Can the top arm be longer? You guys can lean, like there can be some weight bearing, like I'm holding on for if I let go I would fall, right? Can you make that elbow straighter? Yeah. There you go. You feel a good stretch here? Yeah. All right, great. Good. You're going to try to open this. Whoop. Yes, sir. Good. And if this can be in line with this arm, cool. If it's a little tough and it can be in front, that's fine too. But the goal is to be like here.
Okay.
Another 20 seconds. Just take some breaths. My worst fear is that one of you will actually check the clock and be like, hey, TJ, we've been done for like 2 minutes. That's right. Good answer, Nairobi. Think it's been 90 seconds? Your internal clock's telling you? It will be in 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, come back over to your bench. You're going to put one foot up on the bench. One foot up on the bench, like this. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, you guys in your class to let you know that my battery died and this is the rest of your class, okay? We just did the standing hamstring side bend, is where you are probably at in this series, right? You're gonna pair that. We did 5 reps-ish per side, coaching the class through the breathing in particular. I'm having them go and inhale, exhale, and reach further. Then take one big breath, inhale, one exhale to reach further, and then come back. You could also do it with a tempo. I have the tempo written in the program description, but effectively it's 1 second here, it's 3 seconds, so 3, 2, 1, 3 seconds in the end range, 3 reaching further, 2 trying to bring my chest to you, 1, and then come back. So you could do it either way. You can cue up the breath and use that as your movement, or you could just do a regular tempo as if you were doing a tempo squat or a tempo lift. From here, we're going into some cozy leg lifts. Cozy because we're using the wall to block us. You can use anything, the bench, a box, something that makes sure that you're not leaning to the side or bending your elbow. We're gonna get 4 reps of each style. The first style is gonna be with a bent leg. So I'm bringing my knee open to the side, and already my instinct is to lean and get the knee higher. I don't want you to do that. I want you to just try to focus on feeling the outside of the hip, even if it means your knee goes this high, it doesn't matter. Take a breath in. We're gonna lift. We're gonna hold. 3, 2, 1, lower down. I'll do this set with you. Ready? Lifting, holding. 3, 2, 1, down. Lift, hold. 3, 2, 1, down. Last one. Lift, hold. 3, 2, 1. On this rep, you're gonna extend your leg straight, then put it down. And that's gonna lead us right into the next 4, which are gonna be with a straight leg. Try to leave the leg right in line with the knee that's down, instead of having it behind you or in front of you. And then these are gonna be even more challenging. So don't bend the elbow, even if the foot hovers just an inch above the ground, holding 3, 2, 1, down. You'll complete 4 reps like that. So it's 4 with the bent leg, and then 4 with a straight leg on each side. And then on the other exercise, you're working that leaning hamstring side bend to kind of open up the side of the hip before you then work on contracting it. From here, we are doing 2 sets of 2 exercises. One of them I previewed a little bit earlier in the class. It is the Pigeon Good Morning. Pigeon just being the goofy name we came up with in class after doing the elevated pigeon stretch a bunch. We just started calling it the Pigeon. So you're going to start in this elevated pigeon. You should feel a stretch in the outside of this hip, the one that's on the bench. The arch your back, or the more you lift your tailbone to the ceiling, the more intense the stretch should become. Even super flexible people can get here and add a little bit of that arch to feel more stretch. From here, you're going to try to maintain the arch as you pull into position for 1,000, 2, 1,000. Now I'm in this deepened stretch. It's pretty tough, and the way I pulled in was using the inside of my hip, using this adductor, groin muscle. So I'm pulling using that for 2, 1, then holding for 2, 1. I'm going to push back away, thinking about pushing my shin into the mat. And then I'm going to hold the top for another 2, 1. And the top hold, some people have trouble feeling the outside of the hip. One thing you do is let go of pressure from this foot. So almost pretend like this leg doesn't exist. Ooh, now I'm really fighting to hold myself upright with the force of this leg. So 2, 2, 2, 2, that's 1 rep. I originally had written for this class to do 8 reps like that. That turned out to be crazy. They were cramping, they were not having fun. So we just did 3 reps, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then we paired that with horse stance. This move is my arch nemesis, okay? It starts by establishing how wide you're gonna go. The wider you can go, the stronger your hips. For me, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3-step horse stance, which is just a little bit outside where I might squat. But my toes, I want them to face as forward as possible, especially if you're an individual that tends to duck feet or turn out a ton. Me too. So we're gonna come from this position. We're just gonna drop as straight down as we can while keeping an upright torso, trying to pull to parallel. I'm gonna show you from the side, which partly gives me shame, but we'll give you an idea of where I'm at here. So 3 steps out, pulling down, pulling down, pulling down. What I don't want to happen is for like this poopy dog thing to go. And I'm not overdoing the arch, but many people lose the arch in their back. I'm actually envisioning the same pelvis rolling forward that I do in the pigeon, the Pigeon Good Mornings. So I like the hands here as if I'm like hugging a tree. This is where I'm at right now, okay? I'm driving my knee out a bit. I'm finding the outside of my hip. I'm almost feeling a stretch in the adductors as I fight for that position. You're gonna hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. We held it for 45 in class today. And you're gonna do 2 sets. So we went 3 and 3 per side of the Good Mornings, then 2 sets of then a set of horse stance. Those back to back is a really good combination because we open, we activate, and then we just squeeze and we use the space. From here, we wrapped class by doing some weighted Cossack squats. I figure no better way to add in or to put together this lateral movement than doing some tempo Cossacks. So we're gonna come down for 3, 2, 1, trying to keep that same upright torso. If you'd like to turn this foot up to the ceiling, you can, but experiment with both ways. See what feels better for the adductor. From here, I'm gonna hold 1, 2, and then I'm gonna press back up. I have some ladies in the class that are ex-dancers or gymnasts, super flexible. Doing that wasn't too difficult for them. So instead, I had them go low into the Cossack squat with the feet forward and then see if they could stay low as they transferred side to side. We also weighted that for them and had them hold it in a goblet style, like with a kettlebell. But for the less flexible people, take a weight and hold it in front of you, a lighter weight for a counterbalance. That should make the movement a bit easier. But overall, in this last piece, we're just trying to feel all the stuff that we just opened up and used in a movement that you'll see in the gym or that we sometimes train in place of or to build a progression for the pistol squat. So, pardon my interruption here. Next time, the class will be filmed in its entirety. But for now, does the rest of your class. Please refer to the program notes for the full program, and otherwise, enjoy.